Rice serves as a cornerstone food for billions worldwide. Yet the way most people prepare this common grain may be sabotaging their health goals, particularly for those managing blood sugar concerns or digestive sensitivities. The conventional cooking methods we've grown accustomed to often overlook simple techniques that can transform rice from a potential metabolic burden into a powerful ally for wellness. What makes this particularly relevant for aging adults is how our bodies become increasingly sensitive to rapid blood sugar fluctuations. The pancreas works harder to manage glucose spikes, while digestive systems may struggle with foods that once caused no discomfort. Rather than abandoning rice entirely, understanding how to prepare it properly can maintain this versatile food in your diet while supporting your health objectives. The first fundamental change involves returning to a practice that traditional cooks understood instinctively: thorough soaking before cooking. Modern convenience has led many to skip this step, but doing so means missing out on significant nutritional benefits. Rice naturally contains compounds called phytates, which can interfere with mineral absorption. For older adults who may already face challenges with bone health or energy levels, this interference becomes problematic. Soaking rice for 30 to 60 minutes in warm water after thorough rinsing allows these compounds to begin breaking down. The grains soften, absorb moisture, and become far more digestible. This simple step can eliminate the bloating or discomfort some people experience after eating rice. The process requires no special equipment, just planning ahead slightly to allow time for soaking. One woman discovered this technique transformed her relationship with rice entirely. After years of avoiding it due to digestive sensitivity, proper soaking allowed her to enjoy rice-based meals without the uncomfortable aftermath she'd grown accustomed to. The second modification involves incorporating acid into the cooking process through natural vinegar. While this might sound unusual, the science behind it is compelling. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, which significantly slows how quickly your body breaks down and absorbs carbohydrates. This prevents the rapid blood sugar elevation that can leave you feeling fatigued or craving more food shortly after eating. Research from Johns Hopkins University found that adding vinegar to rice preparation reduces its glycemic index by 31%. This represents a substantial shift from a high-impact carbohydrate to something your body processes much more gently. The application is straightforward. Add 1 tablespoon of naturally fermented vinegar to your cooking water. The rice won't taste sour. Instead, many people notice it has a cleaner, more appealing flavor. This technique proved particularly valuable for a gentleman managing pre-diabetic symptoms. Within weeks of implementing this simple change, his post-meal energy crashes disappeared, and his blood sugar readings became more stable. The third approach involves adding a small amount of oatmeal to your rice preparation. This harnesses oatmeal's beta-glucan content, a type of soluble fiber that acts like an internal stabilizer. Beta-glucan slows digestion, moderates blood sugar responses, and can even help manage cholesterol levels. For seniors dealing with multiple metabolic concerns, this fiber support becomes invaluable. The proportion matters significantly. For each cup of rice, incorporate 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of plain dry oatmeal. This represents roughly 5 to 7% of the total volume, enough to provide therapeutic benefits without overwhelming sensitive digestive systems. Research from the National Institutes of Health demonstrated that this simple addition can slow blood sugar elevation by up to 43%. A woman managing both elevated cholesterol and early diabetic markers found this modification particularly helpful. After 3 months of consistent use, her laboratory results improved, but more importantly, she reported feeling lighter and more energetic throughout the day. The fourth enhancement utilizes turmeric's remarkable therapeutic properties. This golden spice contains curcumin, extensively studied for its anti-inflammatory and metabolic benefits. Most significantly, for blood sugar management, curcumin helps improve insulin sensitivity, essentially helping your body use insulin more effectively. Age-related insulin resistance contributes to numerous health challenges, from weight management difficulties to more serious metabolic complications. Research indicates that consistent curcumin intake can reduce insulin resistance by 23%, results comparable to some pharmaceutical interventions. The application requires only a small pinch of pure turmeric powder, sprinkled over warm, cooked rice and gently stirred. The heat helps release the spice's natural oils while creating an appealing aroma. Start with minimal amounts, especially if you're unfamiliar with turmeric's distinctive flavor, gradually increasing as your taste preferences adapt. One woman managing type 2 diabetes found that this simple addition helped stabilize her blood sugar readings enough that her doctor could reduce her medication dosage. The fifth and perhaps most fascinating technique requires no additional ingredients whatsoever. It involves cooling cooked rice and then reheating it before consumption. This process creates resistant starch, which behaves fundamentally differently from regular starch in your digestive system. When rice cools after cooking, its molecular structure changes. Instead of being quickly digested and converted to blood sugar, resistant starch travels to your large intestine, where it feeds beneficial gut bacteria. This process supports digestive health, reduces inflammation, and strengthens immune function while helping regulate blood sugar responses and promoting bowel regularity. The method involves allowing cooked rice to sit at room temperature for 30 minutes to an hour, then either consuming it or refrigerating it for later use. When reheating, warm it thoroughly, but avoid overcooking, which can reverse some of the beneficial structural changes. In warmer weather, refrigerate promptly to prevent bacterial growth. A man who had struggled with chronic constipation for years found remarkable relief through this technique alone. Within weeks, his digestive function normalized, providing comfort he hadn't experienced in years. Understanding the timing of these techniques can maximize their effectiveness. For instance, combining the soaking method with the vinegar addition creates a synergistic effect that amplifies both benefits. The soaking breaks down anti-nutrients while the vinegar continues to moderate blood sugar response during cooking. Similarly, adding turmeric to rice that's been prepared with the cooling and reheating method can enhance the anti-inflammatory benefits while preserving the resistant starch formation. The beauty of these modifications lies in their adaptability to different rice varieties and cooking preferences. Whether you prefer jasmine, basmati, brown rice, or wild rice blends, these techniques remain effective. Brown rice, with its higher fiber content, responds particularly well to soaking and vinegar addition, while white rice benefits dramatically from the oatmeal inclusion and resistant starch formation. This flexibility allows you to maintain variety in your meals while consistently supporting your health goals. These modifications work synergistically, each supporting different aspects of metabolic and digestive health. You don't need to implement all techniques simultaneously. Beginning with whichever approach feels most manageable allows you to observe how your body responds before gradually incorporating additional methods as they become routine. The cumulative effect often surprises people with its significance. Small, consistent changes in how you prepare this staple food can help restore metabolic balance, improve digestive comfort, and provide the stable energy levels that support an active lifestyle. The key lies in understanding that sustainable health improvements rarely come from dramatic overhauls, but rather from thoughtful adjustments to daily routines. What makes these techniques particularly valuable is how they connect modern nutritional science with traditional food wisdom. Cultures that have relied on rice for generations often incorporated similar practices instinctively, understanding through experience what research now confirms scientifically. Whether you're managing specific health conditions or simply seeking to optimize your nutrition as you age, these rice modifications offer practical, evidence-based tools for taking greater control over your dietary choices. Each represents a small investment of time or attention that can yield substantial returns in how you feel and function throughout your day. The goal isn't perfection but progress, finding approaches that enhance your meals while supporting your long-term wellness objectives. These techniques allow you to maintain rice as part of your diet while ensuring it contributes positively to your health rather than working against your goals.